Two brothers, one family, yet their hearts were worlds apart. Cain worked the soil, Abel tended the flocks. One brought grain, the other offered a lamb. God looked at their gift, and only one pleased him. In that moment, a seed of envy took root. By the time the sun set, betrayal would stain the ground with blood. This is the tragic truth. When jealousy reigns, even brothers become enemies. Cain rose with the dawn, digging furrows in the dusty fields. Each seed he sowed carried his sweat and his hope. He dreamed of a bountiful harvest, a stable life for his growing family. Not far away, Abel led his flock to green pastures. Soft bleats and gentle nudges marked his every step. He chose his best firstborn lambs, knowing God desired his heart, not just his offering. When harvest came, both stood before the altar. Cain heaped grain from his basket. Abel laid down a lamb's heart. The sky held its breath. God accepted Abel's sacrifice, recognizing faith poured out in blood. Cain's gift lay untouched. Confusion gave way to hurt, hurt to anger. He masked it with a forced smile, yet inside, resentment burned. Why him? Why not me? He wondered, glancing at Abel's peaceful face. Envy whispered that God's favor was unfair, that justice meant he deserved the same blessing. That afternoon, under a blazing sun, Cain called Abel to walk with him. Was it a brotherly chat or a final summons? They strolled through golden wheat each step, echoing Cain's pounding heart. "Let's go to the field," Cain said. Abel nodded, unaware of the storm brewing in his brother's soul. The breeze carried the scent of ripening grain, but Cain tasted only bitterness. He recalled God's words, "If you do well, won't you be accepted? But if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door." Sin had crouched. Now it would strike. In a flash of rage, Cain struck. One blow to the skull, another to the jaw. Abel collapsed, life drained into thirsty earth. Silence fell. The birds went quiet. The wheat swayed overhead. Cain stared at his brother red, staining his hands, his clothes, his heart. He had hoped for acceptance. Instead, he'd severed the only bond he had. The first murder, blood cried out from the ground, demanding justice only God could deliver. As dusk approached, God's voice pierced the stillness. "Cain, where is your brother Abel?" Cain swallowed. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" His words dripped with guilt. God's eyes, full of both sorrow and righteous wrath, met Cain's. "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." In that moment, Cain realized there is no hiding from God's sight. The sentence was grave. "You are cursed from the earth. You will wander as a fugitive. The very ground that once nurtured his crops would now reject him. No place would offer rest or peace. He would live with the burden of guilt, never again to feel God's blessing on his work. Cain fell to his knees, tears mingling with dust. He pleaded, "My punishment is too great to endure. I will be hidden from your presence and become a restless wanderer." Yet God, though just, would not abandon him completely. In an act of unexpected mercy, God said, "Therefore, whoever kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over." Then he placed a mark on Cain, a protective sign, so that no one would kill him on sight. This mark was both a warning and a promise. Justice demands consequence, but mercy still abides in judgment. Yet no sword would again pierce his back. Imagine the weight of that mark, grief and grace intertwined. He could never return to Eden's peace, yet he would live on under God's watchful eye. Here we see a fundamental truth. Our choices echo far beyond the moment, shaping destinies, communities, and our relationship with the divine. Cain and Abel's story warns us. Jealousy is a silent killer. It whispers that another's blessing diminishes our own. But God's response teaches us about both holy justice and radical grace. We are all responsible for one another. Our thoughts, words, and actions matter. May we choose empathy over envy, mercy over anger, and life over death. When we guard our hearts, we honor the image of God in every brother and sister. Amen.